Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Skyhawk, NATO 8.2. One housekeeping from the Warsaw Pact turn. The reference sheet that I have up on the board behind me is an older version, and I forgot to give them their 2 IPP for no enemy naval forces in A12. So that's been corrected. Okay, Tech, PGM, Seed, Advanced Air Superiority Fighters. Yes for PGM, no for the other two. So NATO moves PGM to stage 2. All right, no global operations. However, we do have 9 dice for battlefield nuclear release authorization. How do we arrive at that? The enemy is in control of Greece and Crete. Those are 1 each for 2. They have Nordland, which is another 1 for 3. Northern Germany and Bavaria are 3 each, is 6 more, makes 9. Okay, so here we go, looking for a single 11 or 12 out of this. They didn't get it. There is 1 cocked die. All of these are losers. 1 cocked die rerolls and misses with a 9. No battlefield nukes. NATO is denied yet again. Okay, purchase. Okay, they are spending 7 battle stars and 1 IPP on a minor army base upgrade. Then they are invoking Rule Britannia. They are starting a cruiser for 3. Then they're building 2 frigates for 1 each, that's 5. And then 2 SSNs for 3 each is 6, makes 11. Then over here, they're spending 13 on 2 field artillery, 2 paramilitary, and an A-10. 4 here on 2 more paramilitary. 20 on 2 MBTs and a pair of fighters, and the remaining 4 on 2 SPAGs. Combat movement. Okay. The major air base here in Marmara is shooting a cruise missile in a surgical strike into Anatolia. Gonna try and pick off one of those next gen MBTs. Then that's it for down there. Oh, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. What am I doing? That was one of the reasons I had that arrow standing up there. This airborne from Marmara is going to take off and fly 1, 2, 3 over here in an airborne assault on Southern Caucasia. The SAM there will get 1 shot at 2. There isn't anybody that is within scramble range. So, there you go. NATO's going to try and grab Southern Caucasia and make check the Soviet advance into Turkey, possibly. Then over here, these 2 destroyers from A6 are going to attack into A7 against these two Soviet diesel boats. They will negate the Soviet subs' first strike, and then these 4 diesel boats from A10 are going to get in here with first strike and join the attack. And then the main event this round is going to be a counterattack on northern Germany. Okay, for starters, 5 cruise missiles are being shot in there to support the attack. The strategic bomber takes off from Paris, and we'll fly him here to, because they do have, yeah, they've got long-range missiles. We'll fly him here to Picardy, so he can shoot 2 missiles, 1, 2 in there. The airbase from Rhineland shoots 1, makes 3. The airbase from Paris, 1, 2, 3 to get in there, makes 4. And the airbase in southern England, 1, 2, 3 gets in there and makes number 5. They have a spy satellite, so that the cruise missiles will have, well, I mean, there's only 2 kinds of land units, but we're going to give them target select anyway. I guess they really wouldn't need the spy satellite because any roll, oh no, it's not a surgical strike. Never mind, it's regular combat. Yeah. So we'll use the spy satellite for target select. And then from Picardy, everybody is going to join the attack. Everybody. There's a mechs going, so one of them can tow the field artillery. It can get in there. Yeah. So all these guys go from Akershus. This fighter will fly 1, 2 down there and get into the attack. From the fleet here in A6, we've got another fighter and 2 ASFs that are coming down there, fly 1, 2 to get into the attack. There we go. And that's everybody that's getting in there. So as a result of all this, Warsaw Pact and their Soviet allies have decided they're going to do maximum scramble. So the ASF and the 2 ground attack fighters from East Germany are scrambling into this fight. The Soviets can support their ally with a scramble from Baltic states. The 2 ASFs will 1, 2 to get in there and join the fight. And that is all the scrambling they can do. Yes. Okay, so that's combat movement. We'll come down here and do these attacks first. We're going to start off with the surgical strike into Anatolia. There's no missile defense. So here comes the cruise missile. Misses with an 8. No joy. Okay. Now we have the Soviet SAM defending southern Caucasia from the airborne assault. 10 doesn't do it, so the airborne lands successfully. Let's see, do they kill the SAM? No, they do not, but at round 2, of course, the SAM has to retire. And since the field is empty, then NATO wins the battle. So the lone NATO airborne has captured Southern Caucasia. So that's going to be one land battle star for NATO. There's that. That's a big woohoo for NATO. All right, now we've got the action up there in A7 with those two Soviet diesel boats. So we've got 4 NATO diesel boats with first strike. Here they go. Nothing, everybody missed. Now the 2 NATO destroyers make their attack. Okay, there is 1 hit. So the Soviets decide that the sinking boat will take a defensive shot, the other will go on silent running. And the Soviet boat misses. So there is a naval battle star for NATO for sinking a sub defending alone. And then that is just going to leave us the counterattack into northern Germany. So I'll get all that moved over here. Okay, here it all is. There is no first strike for the defender. The attacker has a field artillery, a self-propelled, and 5 cruise missiles in first strike. There's no terrain penalties. There's an attack chopper, so the 2 mechs are boosted up to an attack of 4. And that's that. Okay, so we'll start off with one field artillery in orange, 1 self-propelled in red. Okay, they both missed. Now there's 5 cruise missiles. No SAM, so there's no defense. And there are 2 hits. Neither one of them qualifies for a reactive armor hit. So they don't have any choice but to target 2 of the early gen MBTs. So there we go with that. That's it for first strike. Now NATO is attacking with 4 ASFs. And there are 2 hits. So let's mark those, 2 air hits. And now they've got 2 fighters on air superiority for nothing. So that's going to be 2 air battle stars for NATO. Okay, now NATO has a SAM for 1 hit. That's a total of 3 air hits. Now there are 2 mechs at 4. There's 1 general hit. Now there are 4 MBTs. For 2 more hits, one of which is a land target select. So there's 1 general hit and 1 land target select. Doesn't really matter because, no, it doesn't matter. We'll mark it on there anyway, but it's all right. Okay, now 2 A10s. There is There is a reactive armor. Land target select hit. And now we've got an attack chopper. It's a miss. 3 next-gen MBTs. All miss, good God. An attack bomber. There's a hit by the attack bomber. And an F-117. And there is a hit by him. So that's 4 general hits, 2 land target selects, and 3 air hits. Okay, so now defending. Warsaw Pact has 3 ASFs for 2 hits. 2 air hits for the defender. And now they've got 4 early gen fighters. Those all miss. 2 fighters for 2 more air hits. Brings that up to 4, so that's 4 air battle stars. Well, let's see. Should any of those have gone to the Soviets? Nah, it's a Warsaw Pact attack. I'm gonna put them on them. So it's 4 air battle stars for Warsaw Pact. Okay, now there are 2 early gen MBTs for 1 general hit. An attack chopper. It's a miss. 2 ground attack fighters. Also miss. And a next gen MBT. Also misses. Not very good gunnery by the boys from Eastern Europe. Okay, so the reactive armor hit kills the next gen MBT. Another land target select kills an early gen MBT. 3 air hits. They're going to take the 3 air hits on 3 early gen fighters. Take that off. 4 air hits by the defender. So yeah, they really don't have much choice. NATO's going to have to kill all these ASFs. Have to. Okay. Clears that off. 4 general hits by the attacker. Okay. 4 general hits by the attacker. Well, they're going to have to take these ASFs because they can only kill air units that cannot capture territory. So there's 3. And for 1 more, they're going to take the last early gen fighter. So that takes that off, and then 1 general hit will be taken on the field artillery by NATO. Okay, round 2. Self-propelled artillery goes to the box. These guys come off. And let me look here. Well, I forgot to total the missiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just keep these right out here. For 5 cruise missiles. And then I believe they get 2 in a ship missile. Yeah. Okay, there we go. These guys go over here to their regular box. These guys go to their regular box. And here we go. The SAM goes to the retirement box too. So here we go for round 2. Four MBTs and 2 mechs. There is one. Well, it might. There's one land target select, and there's one general hit. That's all out of that. Okay. 2 A10s. There is one land target select. Now that's not going to matter, so we'll just put it as a general hit because there's only one land unit left. Attack chopper. Miss. 2 next gen MBTs. Yes. 2 fighters. Well, that's terrible. Get them dice out of there. Attack bomber. Get that die out of there. F-117. Finally a hit. There's a 3rd general hit. It's 4 hits total, but that's not enough to do the job. Okay, for the defender, we got him. We got them. We got him. And okay, so we have an early gen MBT, an attack chopper, 2 ground attack fighters, and then 3 fighters. So we just have to remember early gen fighter, attack chopper. Or early gen MBT, I mean. Okay, those 2 are misses. There's 1 hit. There's 2 hits there, and those are both land target selects. Oh, I made a mistake. Those guys should have had a first strike in defense. You know, it's too late to worry about it now, but for those keeping score at home, I did mess that up. Ground attack fighters do get first strike in defense only. All right. A little too much wind billowing in through the window, flapping the curtain in my face. Okay, so 1 land target select kills the early gen MBT. 2 land target selects weren't good enough for reactive armor hits, so they are going to target 2 MBTs with these defending hits. And then 3 general hits have to be taken by the defender. Well, they're taking the attack chopper and the 2 ground attack fighters. Take that off, and then 1 general hit has to be taken by the attacker, which will be on a mech. Clears that off. There are now 3 fighters remaining in defense of northern Germany. So let's just get right in here with F-117. 2 fighters. Okay, we got an attack bomber's purple, F-117 is red, 2 fighters are blue. Okay, there's 3 hits. That's what was required. So, 3 fighters defend for 1 hit. Okay, they're kaput. NATO. NATO's going to kill an MBT. Okay, so there's another land battle star for NATO. And that'll be NATO up 3 to 53. Warsaw Pact down 3 to 23. And let me put things back. Okay, let's go around here and do some non-combat movement. Not going to be a lot, just a little bit. All right, we'll start with land in the air from the fight there in northern Germany. First, let's get that off there. Put that in there. Okay. Attack bomber. The attack bomber will land back in Picardy. 2 A-10s will land here at Benelux. Stealth fighter will land back in Picardy. The land-based fighter will land in Rhineland. The Harrier, the sea-based fighter, will fly back out to the baby carrier in A6. And that's that. Everybody else is on the card there in northern Germany. Okay, now the reason for coming over here and attacking these two diesel boats was to get them out of the way so we can do a partial evacuation of Akershus, because I'm sorry, these guys are not going to be able to hold all of this off. So we're going to move some of these guys to where they can do a little more good. So from the major port, we're going to take 2 mechs and 1 light infantry. And we are going to shift them right down here to a major port in Denmark. So there was 3 there, so that makes 5 total now. Five mechs in Denmark. No. 4 mechs in Denmark. Because one of those chips was for this light infantry. So we trade those for green. So we've got 4 mechs and 4 light infantry defending Denmark. All right, and this self-propelled artillery is going to move 1, 2 up here to Rhineland. Get a chip in there for him. And I think that's it for non-combat movement. I believe it is. Get some things out of my hands here. And then we get to place in some units. All right, since we're already here, let's start close. Marmara gets an A-10 2 paramilitary to make that a total of 4, and 2 field artillery to make that a total of 3. Then the cruiser goes over here to the build chart. Sit right there on that NATO acrylic flag. It's one of the reasons I decided to go ahead and get some of them, was for that purpose. Alright, let's see what I can get in my hands here. I can get this much, I'll have to come back for the rest. Alright. 2 Spags are built here in Benelux. Two paramilitary in Denmark. Since we took the Rule Britannia special ability discount, trying to get my tripod here. 2 frigates. You can't see it. I have to go over this way. There we go. 2 frigates are built here at the minor shipyard in Scotland, so they join the fleet in A6. 2 SSNs are built at the major shipyard down here in A17. There's that. The Army base upgrade goes up. Forgot to land the strategic bomber back in Paris. The Army base upgrade goes here in Picardy. There we are, very nice. And then that leaves us 2 MBTs and 2 fighters, which are going into Rhineland. So there's 2 fighters into Rhineland, and 2 MBTs go over here on the card. That's all units placed. Money time. All right, NATO is back up to 53. I don't believe they get any, but let's check. Nope, no wartime adjustments. So it's 53. And they have 2, 4, 5 battle stars. And then their missiles. 5 cruise missiles and 2 more anti-ship missiles. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.